to Bill Gang. Okay, the radio show. The show where you get the truth. I get my cuts up. My producer got to get my cuts up over here. There you go. We'll handle it. I'm a professional. We'll get the cuts up. Okay, we have a good show for you today. Obviously, everybody is talking about what is going on with that crazy bill. I mean, it's insane. First of all, how can we afford it? That's the big problem. We can't afford that bill. We just can't afford it. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And we can't have $2 trillion, another $2 trillion, another $2 trillion, another $900 billion, another $5 trillion. This is getting insane. Most people have no clue. We're a disaster. We are a total disaster. You know, our Congress, here's the $222 trillion that we owe. We owe $222 trillion. That is nuts. We can't afford $222 trillion. It's breaking us. That means that our children, our grandchildren, we're leaving all that money. They got to pay that, not you or me. We're leaving it for them. Anyways, when they're talking about this morning, about the bill, the $2 trillion bill that includes the $900 billion, the more important question, not about how can you read 5,000 pages? How can you read 5,000? This is the big question. This is how stupid Congress is. The big question, how can you read 5,000 pages in one day? No. The more important question, how the hell can we afford another $2 trillion handout when the U.S. already has a total national debt, including the unfunded debt of $222 trillion? We are broke. We have a negative net worth in the United States of $75 trillion, negative net worth. See, most in our Congress hear that $222 trillion number, they just shrug their shoulders because most of them are millionaires anyways. It doesn't affect them. When there's inflation, they don't feel it. They're millionaires. The guys making the 44% of people in our 167 million workforce, 44% of our workforce makes $18,000 a year. They feel it. Even the people making $50,000 feel it. They can't afford it. Most of our Congress, they don't care about the inflation that this creates. They just shrug their shoulders. Let's take $222 trillion and put it in perspective for them. Maybe they'll stop shrugging their shoulders. Let's put in perspective just $1 trillion. Maybe we'll wake up these congressmen. Bunch of dopes. Selfish dopes. Let us start with comparing the difference between millionaires and billionaires in seconds. We'll do it in seconds. 1 million seconds is 11 days. 1 billion seconds is 11,574 days, or 31 years. So that's 1 million against 1 billion. That's kind of huge. Let's put that, that's really a big difference. 1 million seconds is 11 days. 1 billion is 11,574 days. Now let's go to 1 trillion. Just one. Never mind 222. It would be 11.5 million days. Remember now, 1 million seconds is 11 days. 1 trillion would be 11.5 million days. Are you ready for the 222 trillion? That's 222 trillion, or that's 2.5 billion days, or 7 million years. Maybe if we would educate our stupid congressmen in the terms of seconds and years, to put into their brain how much $1 million is, how much $1 billion is, but for God's sakes, how much $1 trillion is. The bottom line, the United States is on a path to financial ruin. It's over. You better learn how to short stocks. I'll tell you that. And think about this. It was nauseating when I heard only 5 senators out of 100 try to put a stop to the stupid bill. Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Rick Scott, and you had Blackburn, Johnson, and Lee. That's it. 5 senators out of 100, or 5 Republicans out of 50. That makes me sick to my stomach. See, they don't care. They don't care. Why? Because, see, they're millionaires and billionaires in Congress. Unbelievable. What makes me even more sick? You know, it used to be I used to take a sick bag with me on the airplane. Now I take a sick bag with me when I sit down in my TV room and watch television. I have to have my sick bag. What makes me sick is Pelosi. Not just looking at her wrinkled up face. What makes me sick are the Democrats and the Republicans. I'm independent. But let's get back to Pelosi and the Democrats. They say they are the party for everyday working people. That is a bold-faced lie. If that was the case, they wouldn't be sending $250 million to the Palestinians. And by the way, the Palestinians, they also receive $378 million a year from Iran. We are funding the same terrorist organizations in Palestine as Iran. Do you realize that? Instead of taking that $250 million and keep it in this country and help all those people with restaurants, help all the small businesses that is the foundation of our economy, getting them back on their feet, help them create jobs, instead of passing laws that stop outsourcing, instead of passing laws, we should be passing laws to stop outsourcing and stock buybacks. Unbelievable. $700 million they're going to be printing and sending to the same Al-Qaeda affiliate in Sudan that Obama sent for 7 of his 8 years in office. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Obama was subsidizing Al-Qaeda, an affiliate of Sudan, for 7 of his 8 years. Oh, we're doing the same thing. Going to the same place. Sending $10 million to Pakistan in support of women's rights. Why don't we keep that $10 million here? Support the women's rights in the United States. They think it's more important to send $65 million to conserve the fish in the western U.S. than to conserve the restaurants in New York City, Boston, Chicago. What are you, nuts? See, Congress, they believe that Main Street and small businesses or St. Jude's Hospital, why don't they send the money to St. Jude's Hospital, the $10 million, instead of to Pakistan? But they don't believe they're as important, meaning you or St. Jude. Isn't it amazing? Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right, my YouTube channel. Excuse me. Listen to my YouTube channel every day. And also, every Friday, I post my take. Matter of fact, my last one I posted was on shorting. a 5-minute how to short video. It's so popular, it's really getting a lot of hits, and you should check it out. How to short a stock. People make it more complicated than it is, meaning Wall Street. They make it really complicated because they don't want you to short. They try to explain to you shorting, they screw you up because they want you to be scared. They don't want you to short, because when you short, that means you're selling a stock. And that's where people get confused. How can I sell a stock and make money when I'm selling a stock? Shouldn't I be buying a stock? You don't even have to understand any of that. On my color-coded chart, and you go to that little 5-minute video I give you, you're going to understand immediately how easy it is to short a stock. Never again will you leave money on the table. I mean, it's terrible. You get into a stock, and it goes up, and you make a 15-20% return. Then you sense it's going to go down, and you get out. Isn't that awful? You get out instead of just turning your position. And with my technology, it's just a simple click of a button, and now you're making money as it goes down. And it shows you exactly where to get in, and it shows you exactly when to get out. You don't have to call anybody and say, should I get out now? Should I stay in? It's set up so beautifully. There's what we call a sweet spot, and our chart is color-coded. Color-coded in such a way that when the institutions, you're in a stock, you bought a stock and it's going up, you're making money, my chart, it will turn yellow, giving you a warning, just like a yellow light, the traffic light, gives you a warning. Nobody has that. They better not have, because this is patent. And it tells you, hey, get ready. They're pulling their money out. So that means another opportunity. So that means you just hit a button, and where it says sell short, you don't even have to know what it means. And then when it gets to the end of the sweet spot, you know exactly where it is, you hit buy. You buy it back. So you make if every trade you can make, if you're in a stock buying, you're making 10%, 15, 20%, why don't you take that extra money off the table, take it home with you at the end of a year? You know how much that amounts to? By simply just changing your position. And what drives me nuts is, how can a person who's in a stock, and the stock keeps going up, finally it stops going up, and he's convinced it's going down, he's going to get out, but he just walks away from it looking for another stock to buy? That is totally nuts. That's insane. Because if you got out of the stock thinking it's going to go down, hey, I better get out, you should stay and just short it. We go, oh, it's too cold, I don't know how to do it, they're scaring me. I fixed that. Go to my YouTube channel. Just 5 minutes. Shows you how to use my technology, how simple it is. Talking about going up and down. You know, the banks, they've been lying, telling you how, the fake business news network's been telling you how the banks have been doing terrific. Here, listen to this. Listen to this.
The Federal Reserve is allowing banks to distribute capital because banks are really strong.
Oh, really strong? You take banks, the biggest banks, take the six largest banks. Now, these banks, in the first 9 months of this year, were down 35%, 40%. Wells Fargo was down 55%, and that's when we bought it. When Wells Fargo was down 55%. Now, we waited on Wells Fargo before we bought it, okay, because it was red. It was telling us the institutions were pulling their money out. And then we waited, and then it turned green, and we got in somewhere around, I think it was $24, and today it's $30.39. That's a nice gain. That's a 26% gain. Now, I'm not saying every gang member made 26%. Some probably got in later. I don't know. But let's say you only made a 10% gain. Isn't that beautiful? But it's the same thing going, shorting is going long. It tells you when to get in, what we call a sweet spot. It tells you exactly when to get out. But the banks are very important. Banks are everything. Without banks, we have nothing. You got to have financial systems to have your country. And the banks are doing terribly. How can they do well? You can't have low interest rates at zero all these years, for 12 years and be making money in a bank. What are you, nuts? But let me tell you where else they got hurt. Doing stock buybacks. In fact, the Federal Reserve, which controls the banks. Remember, the Federal Reserve is a banking cartel, and they have all these banks underneath, especially the 6 largest banks. And they were doing stock buybacks left and right. Well, that's stupid for a bank to do stock buybacks. Let me tell you why. It's the same as an oil company, stupid doing stock buybacks. Oil, their raw material is oil, right? So they're selling oil to buy stock. They're selling oil for stock. Think how stupid that is. They're selling their raw material for stock. Well, that's what banks do. Their raw material is dollars. So they're selling their raw material, dollars, for stock. Well, finally, the bank cartel had to shut them down. Now what's going on, the S&P has been going up faster than the banks. The S&P are leading the banks. That is total crazy. That's insane. That's as nutty as saying, I'm going to take my tires on my car, I'm going to put them on the roof from now on. I'm going to re-engineer my car and have the tires on my roof. People have no idea what that means when you have the S&P 500 stocks leading and the banks behind trailing. That's telling you you're getting ready for a big correction. And there's one other thing that's standing out there. This flashing alert, telling us we're going to get a crash, another correction. I'll tell you what that is when we get back. Join my gang, free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Phil'sGang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. I hope you listen to me on my YouTube channel. And every Friday, remember, I post my take on the market. And I have a beautiful post up there now which identifies how easy it is to short a market or an individual stock. Because stocks are going to take a big hit. They're going to get going down. You've got to learn how to do that. How many times, just recently, in February, when the market dropped 33%, imagine the difference it would have made in your financial life if all you had to do is just push a button as the market was going down and you'd be making money on the way down instead of losing money. And the big problem when you lose money, you know, people think, well, it went down 10%, I'll just get 10% back even. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You lose 25%, you need 50% just to break even. That's why you got to short. You got to short. And the problem is we've been holding this economy, this country up. We're so in debt. We're so in debt. And remember, one of the biggest things that's going to take us down is the corporate debt. See, the 5 or 6 largest banks, when the Federal Reserve, the banking cartel, prints money, they give it to the 6 largest banks. And the 6 largest banks have been in real trouble. In the first 9 months of this year, they're down 30%, 40%, these individual banks. In fact, if you have a mobile device, I'm going to put up for you here, I'll put up, for example, and show you exactly what's going on. If you look at J.P. Morgan, the bank, I'm going to put up, or just look at Wells Fargo. Look how Wells Fargo took a huge hit. But look at the S&P. When I put up S&P against it, look at S&P went straight up. That doesn't work like that. You can't have your S&P, your 500 companies going up when the banks are going down. That's insane. It makes no sense. You can't. How do companies go up, make profits, if the financial institutions that is the glue to our country are getting clobbered? It's the stock buybacks. So it means you're creating a huge bubble. Example, when you buy a stock, what moves your stock up, everybody just looks at the stock. They just look at the stock like it's going to sing to them or something. I mean, people look at a stock during the day on their chart like it's going to talk to them or something. What makes a stock move up, okay, first, is the banks. The banks got to be in the lead. The banks then push up the S&P 500 stocks. When the banks push up the S&P 500, that's what moves your stock up. That's what moves your stock up. If the banks aren't leading, the market can't go up. Unless what? They financially engineer it with stock buybacks. What does that create? That creates a bubble. What else does it create? Huge debt. What else happens? You, the worker, the middle class, get screwed because you don't get any raises. Your income doesn't go up. And what little raises they do give you are wiped out by inflation. It's around 10% or more. So the economy right now is in such bad shape. I mean, it's in horrible shape. You can't have a national debt of $27 trillion and then don't forget the unfunded portion. Nobody ever talks about the unfunded portion. Another $200 trillion. What's that? That's Medicare and Social Security. It's unfunded. And we are giving that to our kids and our grandkids saying, hey, that's yours. You take care of it. We're going out to have a good time right now. We're having a good time. We're living way beyond our means right now. So next time you visit your grandkids over Christmas, tell them, here's the Christmas present I gave you. When you're my age, you're not even... I don't live at... Tell them a little lesson. Give them a little lesson. I don't live half as well as my parents lived. But you know what? You're going to live even worse than I am living as far as the standard of living. My standard of living, tell your grandkids, say, my parents, they had a great standard of living. Mine's about half of theirs. And yours is going to be half of mine. You know why? Because when I'm gone, I'm leaving you with all this debt. I'm leaving you with $27 trillion in debt. And the unfunded debt, which Medicare and Social Security is, it's all unfunded. So you're dead. And tell him you should give every kid, give your grandkids when you go to their house for Christmas, give them a box with a little bill that says you owe $546,668. Tell them they owe the government that. Okay, there's your Christmas present. Here, I got a Christmas present for you from the government. And just write out a little bill. Say you owe $5,440. Instead of giving your kid a train set or a fire truck, give them a bill from the government. They put it in a nice ribbon and everything, and put it in a box. And they open it up, and they're going to look at it. So you owe that. You owe that. Because that's what we're doing to them. It's crazy, isn't it? But it's like we're rich, like we're wealthy. We're out there. Oh, we're going to help the world. We're going to print $2 trillion, and we're going to give money to Pakistan. We're going to give money to Sudan. We're going to give money to Hukaki. We're going to give money to here and money to there. Oh, we're going to give everybody $600 a week, like Ryan Paul said. Let's give you $2,000 a week. I mean, they're printing money that is killing us. Every dollar in your wallet, every dollar your savings in the last 9 months went down 14%. If you go to the grocery store this weekend, you're going to have to pay 14% more for that milk, 14% more for those potato chips. You can't fight the inflation. The budget deficits. We're spending $234 billion a month more than we take in revenue. Isn't that fun? I mean, the government, is nuts. They're living beyond their means. We're living beyond our means. That's not going to go well. So that's why you want to learn how to short a stock. If you don't believe me that this market's going to crash, that's fine. But tell me, how do we get away with this? The state and local governments, they're more than $3 trillion in debt. Thank God it wasn't in that bill to pay them. It will. It'll come. Pelosi's going to make sure the Democratic states are going to get the $3 trillion. Isn't this crazy? The state and local government are in the whole $3 trillion. Our corporate debt, they're in the whole $9 trillion. That's why the banks are in trouble, because they loaned that money to the corporations. Consumers have a historic $13 trillion in debt. That's without the $14 trillion in mortgage debt. You know, when the national debt's 100% above our GDP, that's bad enough. When you take the total amount of debt in our whole society, when it's 300% above our GDP, do you know what that means? You're dead as an economy. The market's going to crash. We haven't seen a crash like this one is coming. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to help you make money. But you want to refuse to learn how to short stocks. All you got to do, and I give you my chart for free for 10 days. If you can't push a button, I don't know what to do for you. Go to my website, philsgang.com, and go to my YouTube channel. And I do a little 5-minute video on how easy it is to short using my technology. You know, more than half of the American people that are approaching retirement, more than half, don't have any savings in their 401k. How can they? They're pulling money out left and right. They need the money. Healthcare, Obama killed us. Healthcare. You know, just from 2013 to 2015, healthcare went up 42% just in those 2 years. Healthcare is up over 64%. It's a killer. So what do? Learn how to short a stock. We'll be back with some more stocks. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 8...
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time, but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, It's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Hope you're listening to me on my YouTube channel. Remember, every Friday I do my take. Don't miss it. And please subscribe, share, and hit like. Now, listen to this. This is why you need a chart. You can't listen to Wall Street.
I want to get your thoughts on an aerospace and defense company I've been adding to my portfolio over the last couple of months as it's continued to drop. Should I buy more Lockheed Martin at these levels?
Jim
or hold
Takewood
on?
is terrific. He was great at American Tower. I wanted to come on the show. Did the Airjet General buy? I thought it was really good. I thought the stock would go up when it didn't. Let's get him on the show. Jim is a good CEO.
Yeah, Jim's a good CEO, man. Yeah, let's get him on the show. Yeah, he's really good, man. You're like, oh, he's a good. Bye. You get him on the show, man. That's nuts. This guy is listening to Kramer, and he says, I've been losing money. He says, for 2 months. Should I buy more? No, just take your car, go home, put it in the garage, take the hose, cut a thing in the hose, put it in your tailpipe, shut the door, and say goodbye. You're better off. That's what you're doing. Taking advice from Kramer is the same thing. It's the same thing as sticking a hose in your tailpipe than putting in your car window and shutting your garage door. Because that's what he does to you when he tells you, you better buy this stock, because boy, Jim's a great CEO. The guy from Lockheed's a great CEO. Look, take a look at my chart. If you have a mobile device, look, Lockheed Martin. That's why I beg you to learn to short a stock. He's been losing money for 2 months. So let's go back to when my chart turned red. Okay, it turned red on December 7th. Just go to December 7th. I'm just going to do December 7th. On December 7th, it was at $366. He's buying this. He's buying more of it. He should have just hit the button and said sell short. Today it's at $353. It's red. It's telling you the institutions are pulling money out. Oh, I see. You're going to buy more of it because it's cheaper? You never do that. You never add to your position when you're losing money. That is stupid. You're going to add to your position when it's getting worse? Are you kidding? Would you be at a restaurant eating a steak and it comes out and it's terrible? And you're going to say to the waitress, can I have some more of that steak? It's terrible. So let's take the price. So let's say if he had my chart and it turned red and it was at 366, today it's at 352. Now, he would have made a 4% return between December 7th and December 23rd. Instead, he's losing money. Now, let's go back further. This guy had the stock in February of, go back to June. He's been losing money since June. After the market rallied and then it stopped. Remember, we came off the bottom because of the V shape. Then it stopped. So on June, it stopped going up. June 8th, it stopped going up. And at that point, it was around $417. Now it's $353. So he's lost 15% of his money. 15% when he should have been making money. But what gets me, just look recently here. Just look from December 7th to today. It was red. My chart says sell. You would have pushed the button that said sell short, and when it starts turning, it gets down to the sweet spot, you would just buy, and you would have made yourself a nice little profit. You don't stay in the stock because Jim likes the CEO. What are you, nuts? This is crazy what's going on. Let me tell you what else is going on. They're telling you how great the banks are. How come Warren Buffett sold all his bank stocks? He sold Wells Fargo. He had a huge position in Wells Fargo. And when he sold it, I had my gang buy it. And we're up now about, what do we say, about 26%. Because my chart, about a month, 2 months after he sold it, it started to turn green, telling us the institutions are putting money back in. Now, here's what else they're doing. Guys like Buffett and the billionaires and the millionaires. Remember, 70% of our economy's growth depends on the consumer spending. Well, they're not spending. If they're spending, it's debt. They're using credit cards. They're using credit cards, 5, 6 credit cards. They're in the debt up to their eyeballs. Why do you think the big guys are selling and dumping stocks like never before, like Johnson & Johnson and Procter & Gamble and Kraft Foods and I mean all the bank stocks? Because they know it's over for the consumer. When we saw the consumer, when the market dropped in February, went down 33%, then it shot back up. Remember, the savings rate since 2015 has been about 7%. It shot up to 37%. People were scared. They weren't spending when the pandemic took on a life. And then it came back down from 33% to 14%. It's not back down to 7%. So that money is not going back in. They're not spending. They're not spending. Paulson alone dumped 14 million shares in J.P. Morgan, Johnson & Johnson, same with Buffett, because they know people are reaching that point because they're losing the wealth of their dollar, down 14% in 9 months. They're saving more. Their savings rate should be at 7%, but now it's at 14%. It's just a matter of time. And yet, and the other thing, it's getting worse for the consumer because his dollar is getting killed. All this money they're printing for all these programs to send money to Pakistan and Sudan and all around the world, that they should be sending the money to St. Jude's Hospital, for God's sakes. But they're not. They're not. So again, when you hear this kind of stuff,
I want to get your thoughts on an aerospace and defense company I've been adding to my portfolio over the last couple months as it's continued to drop.
I've been adding to my portfolio as it's been dropping? See, this is what Wall Street taught you to do. It's called cost averaging down. They should arrest any planner, any stockbroker, put them in the electric chair. Now, don't even give them a life for telling you to buy more stuff that's going down. Can you imagine? You never buy more garbage. If your stock is dropping, you short it. If your stock goes down 10%, it's got to go back up 20% before you get even again. They do that so you don't sell, because Wall Street doesn't want you to sell. They never want you to sell a stock. That's why they scare you with selling short. They only make commissions if you buy. So this guy, in his mind, he thinks he's doing good.
I want to get your thoughts on an aerospace and defense company I've been adding to my portfolio over the last couple months as it's continued to drop. Should I buy more Lockheed Martin at these levels?
Jim Takewood is terrific. He was great at American Tower. I wanted to come on the show.
Who the hell cares about the CEO of the company? He's a gazillionaire. He has inside information. He's doing stock buybacks. What's this guy care? This guy's sitting there losing his butt And Kramer's telling, hey, you're doing good, man, because the CEO, he's a great guy. I'm going to try to get him on my show. Oh, great. Kramer's going to get the CEO of Lockheed Martin on his show. Buy. I got to buy some more stock. Oh, man, I got to buy. Hey, can you loan me some money? I got to buy stock before Kramer invites this guy, the CEO from Lockheed Martin, to go on his show. Oh, I can't wait till he gets on the show. I'm going to buy more, especially if the stock keeps going down. I'm going to even buy more because the CEO from Lockheed Martin's coming in, and he's a good guy. It's just beyond stupidity. But when Wall Street says something and they're on TV, people sit there and go, it's like when a person goes to a lawyer's office, he loses all common sense. It's like they unzip their brain, they unzip their skull, take their brain out and put it in a basket, then they go in and talk to a lawyer, and whatever the lawyer says, yep, you're right, yep, you're right. A lawyer is nothing more than a mechanic of problems. He's no different than the mechanic on your car. Your car has a problem, you bring it to a mechanic. You have a problem, you bring it to a mechanic. He's called a lawyer. Doesn't mean they know everything. You got to do some input. Someone says like Kramer, oh yeah, man, I'm getting this guy a Lockheed Martin. Oh, man, he's good, he's smart, he's a good guy. Go golf with him. Oh, should I buy more of the stock? It's going down. Oh yeah, keep buying, man. Join my gang. It's free for 10 days. Check out my video on my YouTube channel about shorting. Join the gang free for 10 days. Listen to my show on my YouTube channel.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.